Let's talk about Victor Gyökeres. Because when we discuss strikers, we would only judge them on one statistic, and that is the number of goals that they score. If they are not doing well in that stat, nobody pays attention to anything else they do on the pitch. Gyökeres is one striker that the stats on goals may not favor him, but you need to look at football from a tactical angle for you to understand what Gyökeres does for Arsenal. Let us use that Atletico Madrid game as an example. There were two things that I think highlights the whole of Gyökeres' game: his hold-up play and the runs that he makes. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. This Atletico Madrid game was a game that Arsenal sat deep a lot, and Atletico came out to actually press sometimes. Gyökeres was that out ball for Arsenal. An out ball that, no matter how high or how hard the press was, they always had somebody to look up to give the ball to that holds it properly. Look at this example in the 11th minute of that game, where Arsenal were trying to play out from the back. They were almost being contained, but Rice is able to play this ball forward. Now, this is what Gyokeres does effectively. His ability to back into the striker. He picks one of those defenders, backs into that defender. He's able to use his body weight to hold the defender up, then take the ball under his control, lay it off to someone. Look at another example of him doing it again. This was one of those moments in the game where Arsenal have won the ball deep inside their own half. And then Atleti are still trying to press. They still have players on. And then Raya has to take the ball long. But look at what Gyokeres does here. Look at what he does to this defender as soon as that ball bounces. He leans in, just rests his body weight on that defender, and then he's able to bring Eze into the game. Could receive the ball here again, and then Arsenal could actually start an attack from the front. Gyokeres did this a lot in that Atletico game. When Arsenal sat deep, he was the out ball, he was the outlet. He would pick a defender, lean on the defender, and is able to hold the ball, and then wait for people to come in and bring them into play. You might think that that is insignificant, but if you don't have an out ball like that up front and your opponents are pressing you and pushing you to the wall, if you win the ball deep in your own half and you don't have a target man up front that can hold the ball to bring people into play, once you kick the ball forward, your opponent will simply win the ball and bring it back into your own half, and then you will see yourself pinned back. But for Arsenal, the focus in this game was not building out from the back. It was taking it to Gyokeres and having Gyokeres hold the ball and bring people into it. And that gave Arsenal a lot of outlets in this game. Another thing that he did very effectively was the intelligent runs that he was making. Let me show you an example of when somebody actually picked him out and how he contributed to that Arsenal goal that maybe he wouldn't get the assist for that goal, but look at his contribution. Now, of course, Arsenal on this occasion already have an established attack. Now, look at Gyokeres and the defender. And this is the typical run that Gyokeres makes every game. He curves that run around the defender, and then he's immediately on the way. Once that ball passes, Gyokeres could get the ball in front of the goalkeeper. It's that split second, just seeing that there's an opening for him, then covering his run in front of the defender and running at the side of that centre back. Now, he doesn't score directly, but he's been able to hold this ball here, whip it in. It led to this shot that Trossard had that Saka eventually turns in. So you probably wouldn't give Gyokeres the assist for that goal, quite rightly. But that initial run that he made, and Saliba being able to find him with that pass, was what set Arsenal up for that attack. It wasn't Arsenal carefully building out from the back and breaking through the lines. It was just an intelligent striker making a run into space and somebody finding him with the ball. But my frustration with Gyokeres and even Arsenal is the fact that he makes this run every game, but they only find him with that pass 1 in 10 times. I think most of these Arsenal midfielders don't want to make a risky pass. Let me show you another example in that game. This is a goal kick, and Raya has basically heard the ball. He has put it on the floor for Rice. Now, Rice is coming out. Take a look at, just keep an eye on Gyokeres here. Of course, it's the typical Gyokeres run, the one we saw for that goal. That is the same run he's going to make here. Around the defender, around the centre back, towards his side. Just put the ball for him. Declan Rice decides to stop the ball because he doesn't want to make a risky pass. But I would bet that if you had Bruno Fernandes here, if this was Bruno Fernandes on the ball, there is a straight path for that pass. Whether that pass eventually faces the goal or not, just put it there and let Gyokeres chase it. He's facing the goal already. Other people can run in for him. Remember the pass for the first goal? That was how it happened. Just put the ball for him. But most times in this game, and it's not just Declan Rice, I think even Odegaard does the same thing. They focus on making safe passes because this pass can be a little bit risky, but if you pull it off, there is a chance. Gyokeres makes this run time and time again, but that pass just doesn't come. Watch him in the Premier League. He does the same thing. It's just that pass does not come. He's a brilliant striker. He might not be getting the goals in the Premier League the way people expect, but his contribution off the ball, You have to look at football from a tactical angle to understand that this is a brilliant striker. It's just my opinion, though. What do you think, Arsenal fans? Gyokeres, what do you think about him? Man of the match or not? Let's have that conversation. Champions League final. Before the final, we are going to do an analysis of both PSG and Arsenal, and I am watching a lot of PSG matches because I want to see what could happen tactically in that game. So keep an eye out for that video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That video will drop before the Champions League final. From a tactical point of view, let's see what will happen in that game. Catch you then.